Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. The Khoikhoi people are an ethnic group that are part of the larger Khoisan people that reside in many southern African countries like South Africa, Namibia, and Botswana. Many people are familiar with the Khoikhoi people's famous language, noted for its clicking noises that very few, if any, other languages in the world use. The Khoisan and Khoikhoi people have been interacting with European colonizers since the 1700s, and many of the African ethnic groups who were oppressed by British colonizers, including the Khoikhoi, were also subject to their laws that repress gender diversity and same-sexual acts. Most of the Khoikhoi still reside in Botswana and Namibia today, and there has been several different historical narratives recorded in history of Khoikhoi men being arrested and penalized for sexually intimate acts with other men. Most indigenous African ethnic groups were never Christian before colonization and held their own spiritual beliefs that were much more open to same-sex unions and gender diversity. The Khoikhoi people were goat, sheep, and cattle herders who participated in a form of moon worship before being introduced to Christianity and Islam in the mid-1700s. The Khoikhoi even had indigenous terms in their language describing the receptive partner in sexual acts between men, called koetsare, or even the term soregas, which refers to same-sex mutual masturbation between friends. Between 1718 and 1735, two men were imprisoned in South Africa in a particularly famous prison territory, Robben Island, for what the British considered indecent acts, in other words, gay sex. The two men, Klaas Blanc, a Khoi man, and Richard Jacobs, a Dutchman, had been in a relationship for nearly a decade outside and eventually within the prison walls. The two men would eventually be executed by drowning for their supposed crimes. It's noteworthy that many throughout history were arbitrarily punished on Robben Island, including the world-renowned freedom fighter and South Africa's first Prime Minister Nelson Mandela, who was also imprisoned on Robben Island for his work against the racist regime of apartheid. I think it's also worth mentioning that Nelson Mandela, who was imprisoned in the same place as these two gay men hundreds of years ago, would become a gay rights advocate and help make South Africa the first African nation to uphold gay rights. There was much detail about how these two men, arrested for similar acts of intimate indecency, were also romantically involved in jail according to historical narratives. Though many of the guards may have caught the two being intimate together, the jailers tended to look the other way, when the Dutch prison warden, Virgil Tijn, was caught up in his own gay sex scandal in their home country of the Netherlands. When Tijn tried to spare the couple from the growing homophobic backlash of the scandal, the Khoi man, Blanc, admitted his affections for Jacobs, sealing their fate. It seems that though these men were no real threat to anyone, and were actually somewhat popular in that prison in their last years of their life, their honesty was turned against them, even when other men who worked in the prison were gay as well. The story, though sad and unfair, is a testament to the struggles many and same-gender loving men have had to endure throughout history, and the hypocrisy of these laws and how harmful they are to human progression. It's clear the Khoikhoi people were fully aware of same-sex desires before colonization and had no issue with this fact of life until after colonization. Considering that another notable fact about the Khoi people is that they are considered one of the most peaceful ethnic groups on the planet, why then are so many people continuing to associate gay intimacy with moral indecency? It's time we reject the colonial programming of homophobia because it only holds our people back from embracing diversity in all its forms.